Well, hello, welcome to our channel. We are thrilled to have you here. I am streaming from outside, dude. Hey, our channel is all about exploring and sharing intercultural communication. You can expect engaging discussions, fascinating insights, and plenty of fun as we dive into unique ways people from different cultures enjoy things. Today, subject in Española and Nederlander Suomipoika, to grow or not to grow. But before that, hey, guys, what happened last time, in the last episode? Some kind of summary from that. Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes. Now we can hear you.
Fair enough.
Although we have here that in Finland there has been some cut cables.
There's cut cables, so the communication maybe actually affects. Who knows? I don't know. I don't think so. But basically, yeah, right. Because
since you are streaming from the balcony.
Yeah, but I have to say that's like the true Finnish way. It's fucking winter. I'm streaming from the balcony live. It's not actually that fucking cold. So, but hey, Spain.
Yes.
I have to say that I cannot really do any intricate maneuvers here. So, as I could otherwise. But hey, what was the summary for you from last time? Last time was Christmas business. How we
Christmas business? Nothing. How went the Christmas actually?
Yes.
How was the day of the Christmas? Did you have fun? Did you have a lot of presents?
I got some. It was nice. Ooh, okay. I got topper on the chocolate.
Did you see Joulupukki?
No.
Okay.
So
and what about you, Mark?
I had some nice gifts, and I had plenty of food. And Santa Claus was real sweet to me, but I had to cook a lot. So I was cooking for 3 days or something. So a lot of food, but it was fun.
Hey, Payne, can I ask a question?
Tell me.
I hear Mark really bad. It's like, do you hear him okay?
I hear also something like. But I don't know if it is like something.
No, but it's not
normal or not.
Do you hear me better now?
Now, yes.
Now it's like in a church, like thunder.
Now it's perfect.
God,
now it's great.
Now I hear you guys bad again.
Okay.
I was connected with Bluetooth.
Maybe that was the stuff.
Yeah.
Wait, so the ladies. Okay, but how was the Christmas? Did you eat a lot? What did you eat in the end? Did you respect your traditions or not?
No.
No.
No, not really. We just eat, not traditional food. We had like a bit American food, like with hamburgers. I had spare ribs. I had let me think. I had beef and stuff. So I had healthy and unhealthy food. So
okay, good.
But my belly is a bit more like Santa Claus has his belly now. So
growth. We were going to talk about growth, no?
Yeah. So my belly has been growing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I have
just in a few days.
So, yes, Pasi.
I had pizza and lasagna. Especially the pizza was fantastic. Then I had some Finnish Christmas ham because a friend gave a piece chunk, so I ate that little bit. I almost went to sauna, twice, but not really. There was no time. So, yeah,
that's a pity.
Stuff. but basically mostly not. And I'm not so sad about it actually. So it was more like hanging out together and stuff like Mark was saying last time. That's the nice part of it, and trying to be like together and have some
Yeah,
friends
with
over.
friends.
So that's
Yeah.
kind of like nice.
Yeah.
So
So
I guess that's
Well,
covered.
it was nice the last time, but it was like a little bit disaster again. We are going there from disaster to from disaster to another disaster. It's like the weather, like the environment, like geopolitics.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah, but that's why we need growth.
totally. I am totally growth. So yeah,
But yeah,
what
hey,
a subject, no?
that's the stuff. Is the growing gonna be to grow or not to grow? But hey, before that, check out the earlier videos, people. If you see somebody is enjoying our company here, please join the discussion, make chats, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and see what the Finn and the Nederlander and Una Española are up to. Maybe we're up to no good.
Yeah, maybe.
Or like screaming from the balconies and shit. Yeah, that's some gangster stuff or something. I don't know what it is. But basically, yeah, check out the earlier videos. There are most like talks about many traveling, and then we have the Christmas stuff, and basically everything.
And
nothing
about
was
the
my favorite. My favorite.
stories,
Nothing was my favorite.
creepy stories from Friday the
Yeah.
13th,
Yeah,
from different countries.
That was that, the horror stuff. So we're covering basically everything. AI has been discussed, aliens, everything. So, but hey, today's subject now, yes?
Yes.
And we're gonna talk about,
Yes.
can I say, could I go as cliche and say to grow or not to grow? Well, that is not really a question because everything kind of grows. But anyway, so but
I want a pen also. Wait a second. I just saw Mark.
Nederlander and the Spanish. So everybody grows.
Just a
One way or
second.
the
I got to get something to drink fast. Fast.
Okay.
Yeah, we're really fast.
Yeah. I also suggest to drink very fast.
Yeah. Is it cold?
No, it's pretty warm actually. I don't have
Oh,
even
that's
winter
good.
jacket. It's like I think +5, so it's not really that bad. Only thing is like if I don't have like winter, I have not winter jacket, but I have this woolly thing and kind of I don't know how many shirts and shit. So only to stay still.
Man, you are a man from the north.
Yeah, you're.
I have to just a little bit make some movement. Like maybe I will get some drink at some point also fast.
Viking blood never gets cold. Huh?
Do you have this hot drink also in Holland? This gloggy.
I will come back in a sec.
It's glowing.
Gloggy. It's like a red wine that they drink it warm.
Glue wine.
Glue. I don't know, something really strange.
Yeah, it's a German word. It's called glue wine.
Yes.
And yes, they have it also.
That?
It's I heard if you have the good one or the expensive one, then it's good, but I don't really like it.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you drink it?
No, in Spain, well, not that, at least I don't know. I don't have
in
any
Spain it
memory
doesn't get cold.
of these things. Yes. Well,
So,
I have to tell you that there is like cold weather also in Spain, especially in the mountains, because
what is cold? 5 degrees?
No, you can find like temperatures like below zero, also like 10, 15, 20. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Especially in the ports, in the mountains, So.
I didn't know that. It's not like in Australia. It's like when it's 20 degrees, they lay on the thick blanket because they're having cold. I'm like,
so
okay.
Yeah.
Cool. You ready?
So, yeah. So hello there to the eater with the people that is listening, maybe, or something.
Yeah,
there's about growing or not growing. That's the question.
Yeah, growing business is not necessarily always really fast, for example. And I would say, like, if you're in a hurry, our discussions are not quite like a bit like take some time and we try to get maybe the bottom of things. And this is pretty serious stuff already. So, but hey, should we start like what would one mean with the growth stuff, or some definition maybe, or what was it basically?
What is the growth, for example?
Yeah, like
what is growth?
Growth. Well,
what is growth?
I would first think that comes to mind something goes bigger.
Yeah, that you can take in different directions, you know.
Yeah. So growth is some sort of expansion, right? Now the gloves are off, literally.
So
is it not? Growth is expansion.
Let's go one by one. Let's see. Okay. Time. Definition. What is growth for you, Mark?
Well, growth. I think you mean like personal growth, not physical growth, you know. So I will not talk about
free interpretation. Growth, like growth, the word growth.
Yeah, the word growth. No, let's say like with Christmas, you eat a lot, so the belly grows. That's growth too. But is that positive growth? I don't know. You know, it's like you can see it double. You know, some people like it, some don't. But then you also have like
double, yes.
and then you also have like personal growth, and personal growth can be like can be in any direction, but is a the I think the most important thing is like you development. You become more happy, or you become more better, or you conquer bad memories, or you know, stuff like that. It's like personal development, personal growth. That is what I see on growth. It's not always easy, but
okay. What about you, Suomipoika?
Suomipoika? Do you mean me? Well, actually, now when I listen to Mark, I guess that's all true also, and now it just occurs to me that maybe the growth is about change, because if you grow, and maybe growth is about change.
Okay.
Maybe growth is change.
Can be.
Like basically, of course, not growth is also like sort of change, because if you like shrink, you change. But maybe mostly if you grow, I think things means that things change, right? It's not like, at least they cannot say the same. You don't.
It's not that easy, no? It's not that easy. The concept.
Yeah, but if you shrink, something changes too.
Yes, yes, this is what I mean. Yes. So in that sense, but also, but growth, I think it's about change, because definitely things change at least, and maybe I guess basic idea in some level would be that you are in some manner, I don't know. Can you say better? Maybe not even different, and that's again the change. So I don't know what else to say.
But that will be more like the connotation, no? If something is positive or negative, but what is growth itself? I don't know.
Yeah, but then I would say, like, in a way, the change is constant. Our bodies are not the same after a few years. All the bloody atoms have changed. So every cell has changed that you ever had. I think it goes even for 5 years, and you have nothing left from 5 years ago in you anymore, or something like this.
Seven. I think it was 7 years.
Okay.
I think so.
So I would just say that I think it's about that you are different. Change. It's about change. Growth is about change, I think.
Well, you have to change something, else you cannot grow. You know.
Well, but there is actually an interesting point, if I may say this, is about the cancer thing. Does it not replicate itself? So it doesn't change.
Yeah, it's a constant growth and not die.
So that's not really like, well, it's growth also, but I don't know if one can do the same in that manner, that you think that you are growing, but you are just doing more of the same. So that's also pays more to the fact that it's about change. I don't know what else to say. It's not so easy.
it's a big thing. It's like a really big thing. And then you put it in one word, you say like growth, everybody knows what you mean, but to explain it is a little bit more
Now
complicated.
let's see if Spain actually, sorry, that way.
How I think about growth. I mean,
So
if I go to the basics, no, I think like you grow when you learn to combine things, or that you experience new things and then you expand in the space. Could it be? And you can talk about like physical conquering of the space, but you can also like talk about like mentally conquering the space, right? Also, like growth, when you talk like about personal growth, no, it's like you expand, you get more experiences, and even if you have negative experiences, you can learn from them and expand your world, the internal world, let's put it like this. I think that will be like the more, no, this is how I think it is. What do you think, guys? Is that more accurate, or what do you think? Because I think, like, for example, like to grow, you need nutrients, no? Like if we talk about the physical world, biological, you need to incorporate substances from the outside to the inside in order to transform them and to expand and grow, no? So,
well, at least for humans, you have, for example, just simply to keep yourself alive and sort of grow or whatever, you have to eat things, and the banana becomes you. And that's the funny thing that somebody was saying, that actually when you have predators who eat some animals, the animals become the predator that they eat. So it's like a transformation in a way. I never thought about it that way, but if you see like the fox eats the bunnies become the fox. And that's, I think it was Russell Brand, this dude, I've been listening to him kind of some at times. He was making, I don't know where he got it from, but that was kind of interesting. So basically that's, I guess, not really like a growth, it's more like a transformation, I guess, or metamorphosis or whatever.
But what I was trying to explain, like with the growth, the physical growth, the stuff is like when you growth in the mental plane, is like you are also like feed yourself about experiences and I don't know, like
I guess I got
by living or going out of, for example, the comfort zone, no?
Yes. Well,
that will be like interesting point, how like experiencing like the comfort zone, it will be like for how we there, in our countries, like how to go out of the comfort zone, to expand in the space, for example, or expand in another things that we have never done before. How easy is by the education that we have received, me like a Spanish person, or Suomipoika as a Finnish, or Mark as a Dutch. How easy is that? Are the Dutch people going to the comfort zone easily, or they are just like man and woman of tendencies to repeat what the all or the others have done before?
I think it depends a little bit on the person himself or herself. Some persons go really like in following the habits. Some people try to go out of the comfort zone. I think a little bit difference is that Holland is a small country with a lot of people. So it's easy to get out of your comfort zone. It's like with what we talked about with communicating with other people and stuff. There you have to go out of your comfort zone, or your comfort zone is like really used to a lot of people and activities and stuff like that. That's something, but it's a thing. But I think it's the same
meaning like if you dare to do new things, like if Dutch people that dares to go into something that they have not imagined, like someone has been like doing 15 years doing something, and then to try something new is easy for them, or is like maybe not.
I think I really think the Dutch people in general, are really open to go out of the comfort zone and try new stuff. No, they're really open to it and really flexible. And if it's better for the money or better for this or that or better for construction or whatever, it has something better, then
Yeah.
they are really easy to go into a new world. So yeah, I think so.
I think because, well, if I may say something from the
Yeah,
balcony.
of course.
From the balcony.
From the balcony.
From the balcony. So
The one from the balcony.
I would say both huggers there, the Española and Dutch guy, that for just based on the history, the little I know of both of your country's history and what I've seen in the movies and read some things, like the exploration, and then you can think about it in many ways, what were the consequences and all that. But that already shows that you are going out of your comfort zone. I think that if you guys go to South America, and all that, and God knows where else, we kind of, we are a bit of an inland stuff and small and all that. But basically, I think that shows that already gives an idea that you are more willing maybe to go out of the comfort zone than the Finns. Like, okay, there's a lot of Finns, for example, went to America. That's maybe not a comfort zone, and they just because there were things not here. There's a lot of Finns went there, and all that kind of stuff. But how about?
But that would be a really interesting thing to think about it, because, for example, like, did Finns? I mean, like, it was like people living in the north or in Finland before, you were. Before you were under the Swedish and so on. So it is like, you think what I mean, like that you know what I mean, like, because also like to go to the north, to live in this hostile environment, there has been like some kind of migration there.
Yeah,
it's quite hardcore, no? I mean, like, it's quite going out of the comfort zone in search for something else, or maybe the people was there just always.
Yeah. The people came from
I don't
somewhere.
know. I understand.
Yeah, this is what I have very scratched the surface. I think the Finnish people are like inherit. They come from somewhere in Russia near the Volga River or something. That is a group that has come here. And then you have the Sami people that I think are different in that sense. And so in that sense, I guess somebody took some risk because they have come here. But maybe it's just me. But I think if you talk about now a little bit, maybe we can, like you said. So I will say as well, basically, that I would say that many Finnish people want to
you were so fed up of hostile things that you say, like, we don't go never ever again out of our comfort zone.
Yeah, well, well, there is the stuff is like, if you have shit going on, like you have a warm place and it gets -20, and if you go there and you don't dress enough, you can actually fucking die. It's like it's not fun and games in certain things. If you go to they have been now even said, well, they said the joke that big for the forest what are these police? The big job is to get metal bands out of forest because they get lost there in the winter when they're making their promo pictures or some shit. But basically, I think
wait a second. That we have Marvin in the chat. Marvin.
Yeah, that's my son.
Okay, hello Marvin. Sorry that we didn't see you because we were here in the heat of the conversation.
Yeah, so Marvin is in the chat.
Muy bien.
Hello, Marvin.
And whoever, if somebody kind of comes there.
If you want to join, let us know so we can pull you up if you want.
Who knows what we can. So yeah, but I think the hostility in here, in certain manner, most of time of the year is like, I think that kills a little bit spontaneity, and then like also maybe it makes you like you rather go the same route that did before it did because you didn't die. You know what I mean? So maybe taking the risk can mean a big deal. Like if you're really in the forest in the winter, it's -20. If you are in somewhere like a little bit further, like you are not maybe in the central park of Helsinki, that you probably cannot get lost and die. But otherwise, if you make wrong decisions and take risks, that could mean also that you get lost in the bloody forest, and then, well, the police has to come get you with the helicopters. What happened to some family? Just few. It was not. It was like in Espoo or somewhere, like around the central area. Anyway, I'm sure there is some news, but they got kind of separated somehow, like, and then, then somebody didn't have a phone battery anymore, and then it's dark, gets dark, and it was not so snowy, so it's even more dark, and they had to really like get helicopters to find these people with some fucking camera, heat cameras and stuff. And this is not like somewhere in the Lapland. This is like in, I think, here in the central Espoo, Vantaa, Helsinki area, or something like this. So maybe this is something like, if you have 0.5 meter snow and you think like, well, should I make a new path to the well, or should I just walk the one that is there? You're going to walk probably the one that is there. I think that affects, but I think not everyone, but and maybe I'm totally wrong, but I would say that Finns are not maybe huge risk takers. I don't know, because, well, we didn't really, I don't know. This is I would say like more want to play it safe than take huge risks. This is what I think. That was probably enough monologue.
About something.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there is, of course, well, then you have good poker players in Finland. Then you have good rally drivers in Finland, Formula 1 drivers, all sorts of people who have to take kind of special risk, and then they happen to be pretty good at things. So, but I would say,
so
yeah,
would you say like, would you say like the Finns will consider a lot of factors before making a decision for going out of their comfort zone, for example, or they are more impulsive?
Well, if they are drunk, then they can, consider that it's a smart idea to cross the sea drunk, go to the other side, and then fucking die.
I don't know how comes, but it's always coming the drunk thing with the Finns.
Well, that is probably the it's so big part, I guess, because maybe that's the I don't know.
So if they are drunk, they can make like fast decisions.
If you don't communicate that much, then you need something extra to get inspiration, to get ideas. Yes. Yeah, and then you go on a push bike.
Exactly.
Like,
I love that. That's so fucking. I love it. It's really fantastic.
Yeah.
The moment that's gonna stay forever.
I see you.
That's gonna be eternal. But yeah, I think, for example, there is stuff that that tells you something. Let's put it this way: that let's say that you want to organize something. Okay.
If the people doesn't get it, it's because they have to see the previous videos. So they're waiting.
There's inside jokes already. So basically, if you want to agree to meet a Finnish person, right, or have some kind of party, or visit them, it's not going to be like you just gonna go normally. On my view, it's more like you have to plan it, and it's gonna take. You can see it maybe in 2 weeks. So that could tell something that people want to take in count many things, and I don't know.
But for example, to make like a business or something like this, they will take a fast decision, or they just like consider carefully everything, like to take risks.
I think, well, I think also like there's a lot of, I think the entrepreneurship, they try to like cultivate more that, because there is a lot of people working. I think this is my hunch, is like there's a lot of people that are more working to companies than having their own business. I think that's something. For example, what I know, people are many like, I don't no it's 24/7, I don't want to fucking do it, that is too risky. So yes, I think people are not gonna jump very easy to things. I think they would consider like many things, and then it depends on a person. Then people make really bad choices really fast, drunk and not drunk actually. So maybe they go in the ice with the thing.
You can't go on drunk on a push bike and then you fell over, Like.
Yeah. I was having a bicycle situation the other day, like with clear ice.
But in the winter, it's not a problem. Then there is snow, so you fall soft.
Yeah, if there is.
So, and what about you, Mark? What do you think about Dutch people take like fast decisions? They are more impulsive, or they are careful thinkers, or? About when
They
it's
have an instinct of business people. So yeah, I think Dutch think fast. Yeah, they think fast. They everything goes
quite
fast
fast.
in Holland. So
Mhm.
Yeah, I
And
it
actually,
has
I
to,
mean,
you know.
as Mark says that, I think that's the opposite on my view. Maybe it's actually even part of the country, at least it's considered that somewhere people are slow, somewhere they're faster, but I don't think any decisions in Finland are made like this. I think everything, no, we have to have meetings. I think that's how it goes more. Not much.
Yeah. No, in Holland they have meetings too, but it goes fast. It's like, okay, we have the details. It goes this. Okay, we have the facts. Okay, so. What are the options? What is the business plan? What's the cheapest way to go for it? Okay, bam, let's do it. Bam, it has
But
to
now,
go. It has to go.
if I may point this to the Spanish person in that sense, is like, I guess your experience in Finland, you would be that it is not this. I mean, also like it's
no,
not
no,
like
no.
fast
Yes,
decisions. It's more like you have this meeting, you discuss this, you have that meeting,
it's
make sure that everything is there, and it's good for
for one
certain things.
person that
I
is
think it's
used
also
to,
losing
yeah.
opportunity, not because of that. I think it's a
It's
good.
slow motion living.
Yeah, for me as an Spanish, is totally, it kills the spirit, you know. It's terrible because it feels like that something is dragging you down, you know, like you are like when, you know, with some project, something new, you know, let's go, do, you know, like how we are, no? And then one idea and then the other and then okay, then boom. This is how we are like in Spain also, like the Dutch, I think. Then probably we forget about the half of the things, you know, in the middle of the way, but like we have this capacity of improvisation and so on. We solve it while going, you know. Oh,
Yeah,
I lost
you
the fund,
achieve
no problem,
something.
I take another, you know, let's go. You know, so, but I think like these kind of things, like when you start something new or when you develop an idea, if you lose this kind of like punch from the beginning and then you slow it down, it loses the, I don't want to do it anymore, you know, because if I have to have like 100 meetings for a single thing, I get like, you know, like it's boring. It's like it's like a stone in my neck, you know.
Yeah,
think
So
it's like,
it doesn't feel good.
I
no,
think
if
also,
it takes too long, it's like, okay, I'm losing. Yeah, I'm waiting. Yeah, I already know that. We don't need to talk
The next,
about it. It's easy. You know,
yes,
just see the facts and just go. The
exactly,
other things are not important, you know, and
exactly.
and
Yeah,
if
because
it takes
like
too long,
I
you lose your enthusiasm,
well,
and then
because if you think about like it's about like little bit like control freak stuff, you know, for me, because you cannot control all the variables, never, you know, so
no.
it doesn't matter, you know, and life is not 2 + 2. It
Are
can,
we in school? He's with the finger. Hi.
yes, like
Can I
basically
talk?
the point is like actually what is said also, was it basically about this Dao De Ching thing and the Zen stuff, is like basically nobody, not the Spanish, not the Dutch, not the fucking anyone, can take in count everything. So basically you take in count certain things as much as you kind of can, and then you're gonna make basically an impulsive decision because you never can take all the variables. But I think that could be the stuff here, and in some things it might work, like basically that it's good, but I think it's also like a hindrance in a sense that, you know, like you're gonna go a bit maybe too like much.
I think that it goes even deeper because I think that it has something to do with the inner trust, you know, like whatever it happens, you know, if you trust your skills or your capacities, let's put it like this, you will figure it out, you know, when you are going, you will figure it out, the solutions, you know.
Yeah, well, actually the thing
And
is, at least when it goes to the self-reliance and the what is confidence, it seems to be somebody was saying that like some super professional will tell you here like, yeah, I think I know how it's gonna get done, and then somebody who is not so much like, yeah, I'm not really sure, and then somebody who's an amateur, like, yeah, I'm not really sure if I can do it. So it's a way to discuss also and say, I guess, in that sense that basically maybe it comes about, but
I always say it's like
I have a plane over.
you just have to do and just fall down, and from falling you learn. So
Mm.
And
That's the
think
growth.
now we're getting somewhere. By the way, the Finnish way. I think the point is like, I think in America you have, I don't know, 2 bankruptcies and the third business goes well, and nobody's gonna look at you weird. But here it's like, I think it's this kind of shame thing that if you do things on one way, it's like you are expected that you know how to do it, although many people in many places don't fucking know. But basically that there is something that you cannot to like fail is really bad. You know, like you just said that you have to fall and then come back up. But I think it's seen bad. If you do good, it's good. Everybody's your friend. But other than that, I think it's seen like that if you fail, it's really like embarrassing and not good. Something like this.
yeah,
I don't know.
but
It's complex to say.
but
Explain.
isn't it so that if a person tries to make a business and really goes for it, and after a few months or half year or a year, whatever, it fails. Don't the Finnish people there have respect and admirement for a person who jumps in a
Into
new
the
world
value.
and tries
Yes.
something new?
I think but I think at some point that has been this kind of stuff that when you are going there, you don't really get so much people putting you up like, yeah, you go for it. I think it's more negative. If you make it, then everybody's your friend. This is, I think, some kind of, because there's also like envy is a national sport in Finland, and this is the only country somebody said that you pay 200 euros so your neighbor wouldn't get 100. That I think, and these are really things that are not. It's like one thing contradicts each other, because people are kind of nice and helpful sometimes, but then they are like, "Fuck, this guy bought 50 inches TV. I'm gonna be 55, and the next one is gonna buy 60." And it's like goes on like this. It's really complex in that sense. So, but how?
Yeah, that's also a bit human culture. I think it's
Yeah,
in Holland. If you really look in the Dutch ways, you can find that too. You can find that really, like what you said. If you go for something, most people will say, that's not good and that's bad, and you should, or you have those people who stand on the side and tell you what to do because they all know it better, but nobody does it.
yeah,
It's like that.
that's all
And yeah,
as well.
doesn't really help. It makes
But I think
it makes the way go hard, the way more heavy to go somewhere.
yeah, I
To
think
to
also,
to growth
Have you
is a personal thing, and if you are growing, then only a few people will see the true growth.
have you
Not
personally
many.
tried to do something, and then you have failed on it, or like going out of the comfort zone? Try, for example, some kind of business or something, and you fail, and how did it feel, and what was the impact for you
I
guys?
mean, like, you like to go out of your comfort zone and make like more impulsive decision. Did you make some?
No, to make like some kind of impulsive decision, or some kind of decision that it doesn't have way to be impulsive, but that decision was not the best or something. How did it feel for you, and what happened? How did you overcome that?
Um,
If I can say, I said that I have made shitload of impulsive decisions, basically. I guess at least smaller ones, and then for some reason, it goes to the other extreme that I am thinking so much about doing something that I cannot get it done. But basically, I remember a stupid thing. I was driving a moped. Then I had this idea. There's a post, like some kind of sign. I was like, I wonder what would happen if I put my leg on it when I drive by with the motorcycle. Or it's a moped with like 30 kilometers. And now I put it. My leg came off, and I almost fell from the whole bloody bike. So there's been a lot of these kind of idiotic things, at least younger especially. and then taking really fast decisions.
That's part of growing, actually, too, because then you try out things that could kill you.
Yeah.
But didn't. But now you learn, like, maybe I should not try never, ever again. But that shows you that you were a lucky bastard, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of those I have done in my life, like super crazy stuff that I was like, I think, like, I have like one angel. No, I have like 300, an army of angels behind me because I am still here, you know.
Yeah, I know also that. Well, I did get married once, like pretty fast after meeting the person. That was a bit of a like kind of weird. It was like a few months. So in the end, didn't really work out. So that was a.
How did you overcome this?
How did I overcome this? Well, I don't know, by alcohol.
So you're still alive.
I don't overcome this. I did eventually.
I went with the moped again and I put the leg again.
Yeah, with push bike.
That's like, it's like,
Yeah.
but that was actually pretty impulsive in a sense that you with the person you didn't know for many months and all that stuff. Well, and well, it went how it went, but I have had, I think I have been in this, that it's basically like I don't think at all, or then I think so much that I cannot get it done. So then I at some point have been more brave to just do things also. But then there tends to be the evaluations, meaning that then it didn't really work.
Yeah, but you need that. How did it say? There was a saying, and it went like, there are never that there is not such a thing as bad choices. Bad choices doesn't exist, because if you do a bad choice at the moment, it was your best choice, but you didn't know any better. So, and then you fall because you fall if you do a bad choice, and then you discover, hey, this was a bad choice. So,
Yeah,
and then you learn, and then you grow. You know.
Yeah,
But
that's
if you
exactly the point.
the biggest mistake is to don't make choices at all because you're scared to make bad choices, and that's the biggest mistake you can make in life.
Yeah, if I may, from that, it's like basically, because first of all, somebody's gonna make the choice for you. If the world is gonna make, if you don't make yourself the stuff, and also if you think about it, it's like, I would, if I may say this just fast, it's like you make the bad choice, that like I made the moped thing. I'm not gonna do it again. I learned, and basically, I guess there is no bad choices. You're gonna just learn about it. I guess. Okay. Spain.
Yes, totally. It's like this. This is the part. I think it's part of growing, like everything. Like Mark said, like the bad and the good, everything counts. And the point is like to make because I think that while we are alive, I mean, like you have to explore the outside and the inside, you know. So this is the expansion of yourself through the, through the discover and unfold the outside and the inside of yourself. And I think that if you don't make choices, like Mark said, you are not putting your footprint on this, you know. It's just like you just let the universe decide for you, but you also have something to say to the universe, you know. And this is what you also, I mean, like, you don't have to be religious or anything to understand this, no? That you can make your own contribution by putting the leg in the signal or something.
Yeah, but sometimes you have to stop making choices and
Totally.
let the universe decide for you, so you get new ways
all
to go.
the choices available there, but I mean, like, it's not like the mono choice, like I never do anything because I am too scared of making a mistake or whatever. That I think that we have to try all the stages, like taking decisions, not taking decisions, taking half decision, let others take decisions for us, like also, like in all kind of roles, because I think this is the combination, the life is about. I don't know.
I think in
my-
the
It
end,
depends on the situation.
Yes.
And
I think in the Tao Te Ching thing was basically one thing is that basically you should not force. You should let things happen. If you try to control and you try to force, you're not one with the Tao, with the energy and with the universe, and then things don't work. And at best, it is that you flow with it. So basically, that you don't force situations. You don't try to control. Basically, you should let go of everything and you be the universe. I think this is like very small comment from the person about the Tao Te Ching that I have just been listening to an audiobook about it a little bit and some stuff.
And how does it feel for you personally? Meaning, like, how did you like to do it? Like to take decisions, to make like something happening yourself, or you like more like someone takes it for you?
But I think the
Do you
point has
feel more comfortable?
I think it has been I make choices, then I make bad ones and good ones, and then it's been also like sort of felt like I was influencing the situation, not maybe forcing it, and then the choice kind of comes from there. Like, but I would not choose, for example, many times earlier, especially to go straight to someone to say like, this is how it is, or I would go a little bit like this, but to get maybe still the result. Maybe it might not be as fast. But I think, I think for me it's like I think I let things go maybe sometimes too much, but then comes somehow. Somebody said, was it Jordan Peterson or someone, that men won't do anything until they have to, that they are capable of almost anything when they have to, and then when they don't really have to yet, then they are a little bit party with it, or like, I don't know, was he referring to men especially then, which is maybe a bit of a stereotypic thing, but I because the Tao Te Ching, for example, also talks that you should take care of things before they become big things. The faster you take care of things, there's a smaller chance that they become big problems. So, like somebody I have known talks about prevention a lot. In that sense, it's like maybe that's the point. So I should do
because
that.
with all this also comes like the part of responsibility also. Like, do you take responsibility for the choices that you make? That's people take responsibility for the things, or when there is something like this, they like,
I think
Eh?
mostly not. Finland mostly not.
Finland no.
Mostly
Okay.
not, I think.
What about that?
Holland, yes and no.
Half.
Are you in the between? Are you in the middle, man?
Yep.
You're in the middle. Yes.
Right now, I'm in the middle.
Fair enough.
Spain also depends. Like, also yes and not. But well, I guess that we are more like if we can evade responsibility, we try to evade the responsibility. But of course, we know it internally that and we try to fix the stuff, whatever it is.
Yeah, but isn't that human? Isn't it human? And not
I think
so.
so.
Culture that does a little bit, but
but the point in here, what I want to make is like, is there like, because you can lie to yourself, while doing this, or is it that you write it down in your head? It's like people assuming their responsibilities inside, even that they don't recognize it for the audience. You know what I mean? And that it also is a part of growing. Okay, I don't recognize it outside there, but inside I recognize it to get better. You know what I mean? But there's some people that make mistakes, but never take responsibility even for themselves in the inner side. You know what I mean? How is it more like victimizing a project of people in Holland, or is it more like resolving the issues? Really, you know, what will
Well,
you say with the people that you
like I
know?
said, I think that's if you look on the internet and stuff, I think that's not so with culture to do. It's more like with humanity to do, because you talk about something with its humanity, and culture is a little thing in it. Yes, like if you live in a culture where people talk more, then you have a little bit more openness. And if you live in a culture where they don't talk, you have less openness. So yeah, there are differences. But I think personal growth is the thing. You have to be able to see yourself, and then you can also make the right choices. Let's say it like that. Choices, not really choices, but then you can be who you are, and then you can never ever make a wrong thing. I think like that. Yeah, all the
Yeah,
wrong
even
thing
if
are good thing.
never is a wrong thing from
and
that
and then
perspective.
and then you
As
are
well.
then you are in peace with yourself, with your own being and stuff, and then you are in peace. And if you have peace with yourself, and you live the truth, the real truth, and
Your truth, yes.
if you live that way, then you automatically take responsibility, because you have no fears, and
Mhm.
because there's no need for fears. And I think if you look to the modern world, this world now, what you see a lot is a lot of damaged people. Um, I think they are damaged in with having love for themselves, but also understanding the way love goes. And
Mhm.
love is a big thing, and that's why they have problems with themselves, and they don't know how to be themselves in this modern world, because the modern world wants you to be materialistic, but feelings rule the world. So you can be materialistic. You have to live on feelings, and materialism is a side thing. Of course you have to pay your bills, for example, but it's a side thing. Feeling, is the main thing. And but most people don't talk about it, or talk like, it's not important, go, just
But
do,
that is
make decisions and go. No,
yeah, but
that's not
that's also an important debate, because like if you see, like for example, like when philosophy was born in and all this stuff, like for that philosophy could take place, like people will have had to they this is what they say, they have to feel that their stomachs were full, before they could even sit down and think about whatever, but this is like a little bit controversial, because what comes first, for the humankind, actually, because I think like humans, we are not we have wonders about many things, where we come from, where we go, why this, why that, all these kind of things that religions have supplied to us, but in many ways, I mean, like the multiple religions, no, and you don't know what
everybody wants, everybody seeks like an answer for the
answers.
questions,
Yes.
but the questions are no questions, because you are it yourself, the answer.
Yeah.
So why are we here? Just ask. I'm here because I'm me. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
I there is coincidence and stuff. It doesn't exist. Everything happens because it happens.
Okay.
And that's the thing.
So are you basically saying that you are the universe?
I am part of the universe. I'm not. I'm not the only one who is the universe, but I am energy, and energy is the universe. Like, my eyes are built from minerals who come from exploding stars. For example.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am the
Yeah, because
universe. So
yeah, and in
Yes.
that sense, I would say to that is that basically you are everything, and you are you and
and
everything at
nothing.
the same time. basically.
Everything and nothing. Then we come back to the other one. Everything and nothing.
By the way, if there is anyone comment what we say, please do. And remember to subscribe the channel also. Hit the bell if you like what you hear. If you don't like what you hear, just
As well, you also put a
As well.
comment.
Yes,
Say
and also-
positive, say negative.
Then we can
Doesn't matter.
discuss in the next, or we can send you a really nasty present to your house.
Or can you say that online? I wouldn't.
We
say
can
that
go
online.
to cut cables in some place also or something.
Oh my god! And
No worry.
I could use some coffee here in the cold balcony. So basically, yeah. well,
People
there is-
buy him a coffee, he's freezing.
Oh,
Because-
yes, we have the link. If you want, you can send us. Well, because today the connection is quite okay, but
Yeah, because I'm sitting in balcony.
Yeah, the
you
cold
can
is good
always
for the
contribute-
connection.
You can always contribute to our channel buying us a coffee. Is that there? We can put it there. Yes, you can buy us a coffee or something
Yes. You can buy us
in the
coffee
link
and-
that is in the chat. It's
Yes.
okay also.
Yeah.
So taking responsibility, not taking responsibility is part of the growth as well, or not. What do you think?
Yeah, I
guess-
think responsibility for your actions.
Yes, the point is like in a sense that I guess in the end comes down to the fact that like if you have lack of direction in your life, that could mean because you don't take decisions and then you have to take. I remember situations that I decided like okay, enough is enough in something, and then I managed to change things, and and so basically to make decisions is to take responsibility, or then you put the responsibility to someone else, and they will.
Yeah,
make
and also
decisions.
if I don't think if you guys you think about like what is like to take responsibility is basically it's not like the responsibility like it's like fault or guilt or anything like this, but to the understanding that when there is an action, there is a reaction. And these actions and
Not
reactions
always.
are the consequences of the actions that you have taken, no? And what?
No, not always.
No, not always, but to understand your part. You know what I mean? To understand your part.
we live in a world with a fake part in it. In its social world,
Totally.
there is a fake part. You know, like
Totally.
like in laws and stuff, but also in actions and how people think and stuff. It's a lie. Yeah, it comes from media and all those things, you know, and you know a lot of things. There's a lot of lies, and then you get situations that there is a person who does something not bad. Good is like an opinion, but it's not bad, you know. And somebody does something, but he can't do anything. But they put the responsibility on this person, and that person cannot take that responsibility because he's not doing that. So, and that's the fake thing what is created by mostly like big businesses, politics, stuff like that, to create a situation in a social world where social balance is unbalanced. And if you get that, a lot of people have a lot of problems with it, and you lose like social, you lose things like responsibility and stuff, and like honesty and respect and love and all those kinds of things. And that's what they break down in this society. Yes.
I think one thing that occurred to me, like have been occurring in recent years, couple of years, is like things are in certain way just because we kind of agree that they are. Like I start to think that I start to be more like, I don't know if it's a problem, like a existential crisis in some way, or it's like you know that you have a restaurant on the other side of the window, it's costs this much to eat piece of meat, and if you're on the other side of the window, it costs different. And somehow for me it's like everything is just that because it's somehow been agreed or somebody decided that this is what something is. So
something has to be this way.
So it's in that sense that's
Yeah, but
sad even
that's
to
the
think
problem.
that for me it has been the point that like basically nothing is real. It's just somehow like, well, we decide that this is chocolate in a sense, and everything is like just like every kind of, like you said, institutions, countries, work, I don't know, whatever is a concept that we have come up with. And I it's like it's even a little bit sad to think that, you know, that Apple phone or other Huawei phone or Samsung phone, what the fuck does it matter? Somebody put there a tag and a name, then it's supposed to make you feel somehow something about it, and it does because it's affecting you. So in that sense, like the social stuff, everything's like sort of fake. Nothing is really like real at all.
Nah, there is reality.
Well, that's the interesting stuff also, because then you can go it as deep as to say like this is the reality, what you see in your three-dimensional world, what you see actually only in two dimensions. This is what your eyes give your brain, so you probably don't see even small part of the reality how it actually is.
But
in that sense, like I mean, like we have, let's say that there is such thing called Finland. It doesn't really exist. It's just decided.
Well, if you think like that,
these people talk this language, and this is Finland, and this is what it is. But it's not really anything. What the fuck it is? It's nothing. Or Spain. It's just. I'm sorry. I just got to caught with this at some point myself. I start to be a little bit like weird about it, because it seems like, but nothing is really like there. Okay.
Yeah, because if you think like that, then there is nothing. And if you think like that, life is nothing. Kids are nothing. Work is nothing. You know, feeling is nothing. Everything is nothing. Maybe that's why people in Finland don't talk with each other. Maybe, I don't know, because it's all nothing. So just drink beers, you know, and go in the forest. But
just drinking beer, go in the forest.
Yeah, but I think there is a truth, you know. But there is, in everything there's a truth and a reality, and you have to go really. If you take everything out, only that stays, and that you cannot take out, and that's our instinct. And if you take that out, you can do that. You can think like you talking like everything is created by somebody or whatever, you know. But if you go that way, then you take away what we are, and then you take away that we are humans. Then you take away everything what we built. Because if you see, let's say it like that, once we were monkeys and now we're doing live streams on a telephone, you know. But what changed? Not pretty much, you know. I like, you drink beer and go in the forest. I do other stuff here, like on a push bike, you know, stuff like that. But
now I have to say that I have tried to cut down the drinking the beer and going to the forest. Now I just drink the beer at home more.
It's easier. Huh? You're getting older slowly. So.
But yeah, I think that's in a way. But okay, I mean that if you go far enough with what I just said, it really means nobody's life or anything means nothing. I just get this impression sometimes. It's like, in a sense, it's like everything is just agreed that this means that this is the family, this is the mother, this, and it is. And then it's like, I think it depends until what point you will consider it real and what is not. Because then, in a sense, your mind creates everything that is real, because you decide how do you feel about it, how you see it, then that makes it real for you.
Yeah, but then you have to make the discussion, and I think we can do a whole stream about that. But then you have to make the discussion, what is truth and what is reality? Because you have to make a point, you know, like, this is real and this is truth, and that's not real and that's not truth, you know. You have to draw a line, because if you don't draw a line, your mind cannot
Yeah,
You need like
Take
some
it.
kind
point
of
exactly. You
axis
just said it in
to
two
understand
words,
each other.
two sentences, basically. That basically maybe that's my point. That till where you draw the line, that what is real and what happens and what do you. I think this is what your mind creates in a sense. That maybe this is what I try to explain. You just put it in two sentences, basically. Faster. It's like okay. So maybe this is what I'm looking for. Also, it's like okay. So what is basically actually is real? That you know.
What is
like,
real is let's say just put a hand on your eyes, close your eyes and just feel and say what you feel, and that's real
Okay. I
at
don't
the
know if
moment. It can
I
mean a
think
lot,
in a
but
way
that's
that
real.
hey, if I think about it like okay, the toilet is there, but before I go see it, I don't know if it's real or not.
But what about an schizophrenic? Then?
Yeah. Yeah, and this is the stuff also.
It's yeah.
Yeah, but
No,
what
no,
to
but
say that
the schizophrenic think about like there is something else that you and me, you are not a schizophrenic, no?
Oh, I don't
That
know.
I don't know either, but you or me or Suomipoika don't. Let's guess that we are not, no. But the schizophrenic, they see things that we are not able to see, you know, or the paranoid people, you know. So that means that is the reality. Is their reality, and it doesn't mean I will not discard that the reality that they are seeing is not also maybe they have an access to that I have think about that maybe they have some access to some kind of reality that we are not able to see with our senses. For example, if you take some kind of plants and stuff like that, like these people now, they are taking the ayahuasca and these kind of things, you know, to expand their views or something. They say that they see things that it changed their lives, no, and that they understand life in another kind of way totally. So, ostras, where is the reality in the end? That's
Well, I think
really
there is a little bit more reality than we know,
than we
or we
perceive.
see, or we talk about. Because,
Totally.
for example, we
But
lost our connection with nature, so
yeah,
we don't
but what
see
we
things
can be agree,
anymore we used to see.
what we can be agree is that through your sense, you perceive a fraction of the reality. Let's put it like this. But that doesn't mean that I don't know if I could not say if this reality will be like for everyone the same. And no one can also deny that this reality doesn't exist. The reality that
Yeah,
I am
but
seeing.
you should. I think if you talk about these kinds of things, you should take away things you can see or things you can feel or something, you know, like physical feel. You should that's all personal opinion. You know, it's like what every person can see. I think reality and truth is how you are with yourself, in yourself, with your being as a person. That is truth. That is reality. Because I can see the glass half full and you can see the glass half empty, you know, and it's the same glass. And that's depends on your personal feelings inside yourself. And there, from
So
that point of view,
what do you call reality? The glass itself or your perception?
my perception
In
as a
your case,
person, that is
you
reality.
call reality your perception. Okay.
yeah, but then it begs the
It's a
question
way
like which
to see
reality
it,
is correct, and if somebody sees it one way and somebody the other, what is the ultimate reality? If somebody sees half empty, half full, who is right? What is the reality? Then it cannot be both, right? Or is then it
No,
means that
but
everyone has their own reality,
I
which
think
is
it's
actually
both.
true. Yeah. So I
no,
just want
I
The
don't
full
think it's
reality.
both, because
maybe
the
in the
glass
time.
is the trigger for personal growth. Because I can see the glass half empty, and then, for example, one of you guys come to me and you say to me, "Hey, the glass is not half empty; it's half full," and I'm like, "Huh? No, it's half empty." And half empty is like more a negative, view because I have negative feelings in me, about myself. So I see it negative, and you guys are positive, for example, and you
But that
say
is
to
also
me,
relative as well, because maybe we see it negative because maybe we are waiting that there will be another glass. And
Yeah.
we are totally positive
Or they-
that another
oh,
glass
no,
is coming.
no,
to be
there's
refilled.
there's not
Decide
such
what is
thing
the
because if you
discuss
go
about.
that way, it's really like I always say, if you go talking in that way, then you can talk away everything. So and then
But-
nothing
and
has
this
a
is-
point anymore.
No, but this is exactly this, no? That the world like is described in the all the big scriptures or big religions that we know. The world is everything and nothing. How the definition of God, if you think, in all the religions, is everything
Correct.
and came from the nothing. It
No,
it's
all
created
religions,
by
all
I will throw you.
nothing.
I will throw you. Hey, one thing.
So meaning
here,
like
but
everything
cannot
that is
have-
there, but meaning that everything that is there, is part of the reality that we see, but only we see a fraction of it. But your reality and the reality that exists together form a reality. You understand what I mean?
I think the real reality is that you had somehow, let's say it somehow, because else it goes too far back, Now you're alone. Yeah.
that I have someone here in the
Oh,
back.
you want to be like, yeah. No. But and then you have somehow Earth came there, and somehow you get one cell beings here. Then you get two cell beings, and they had some kind of sex, and then there were three cells beings and stuff like that, and that went on. So it's a natural process, and
Wait a
that's the
second.
reality, because that created everything we know. And if that is also like that in another dimension, or in millions of other dimensions or other ways, yeah, we don't know. So we cannot tell. So we can speak about it, but we don't know. So what is our reality? Our reality is like our personalities who are here at this moment and how we are. And the most important thing for everybody is to have peace and love for him or herself, and for persons around them have respect and stuff like that. That's the most important thing. And then if you look in the world, all the
Yeah.
wars and stuff, it's like the wrong people at the wrong positions, because we have sick people on the positions with a lot of power, and we don't need that.
I think we are probably having little of a different opinion about things of the reality and how it is, and I think, but hey, maybe we are going a bit far with that, guys, because that could be like another discussion of 8 hours, probably.
Yeah, that's what I meant earlier.
Yeah, you said already.
We can do another live stream about that.
If there is people, leave stories, tell stories about what on the chat, what you have, like related to growth. Did you grow or not? What happened? What is the consequences? And like how does the cultural background influence? Leave comments there. We're gonna go through it, of course, and we can read it next time, for example, right? And how does things influence your decision making and all that?
Yeah.
So,
and for example, like what
what
is it in your country? How?
What is in your country for decision making? And yeah, remember subscribe, like, and all, hit the bell, all that. So basically, this is, I don't know. We've been here now over an hour. Do you want to still go for it? Or
Yeah, I would like to know, for example, about the
You are
countries.
freezing.
well, a little bit, but actually not.
Yeah. That's the thing,
Yes, it's like
we can also.
I'm fucking freezing, man.
Yeah.
I'm outside.
Hey, Jägermeister.
First, we have a cold kind
Ew.
of. Yeah.
We were talking before about like how, like in the growth, like people taking decisions and making like decisions and stuff like that. How is it in the work stuff? Like for growing in the workplace. How is it in Holland? Like people makes like decisions, like they are like free to take their own responsibility and freedom, or they have to like follow every
Sorry,
single
I did
thing
not.
by the boss. Like
No,
do their
the
work
boss is.
allow personal growing?
I think in Holland the boss is not really the boss anymore. It's more like, yeah, of course he is the boss, but he's just doing his function and I'm doing my function. Let's say it like that.
So
But
they let
he's
you.
not a higher status or something, And
They don't interfere with your business. Like when they give you a task or something, they don't tell you exactly how they want
yeah,
it,
of
or
course,
they let you
they
space.
are the one in who want to decide, of course. But I can say my opinion if I have another opinion, and that's taken equally, like that. And that is how it should be. And so decision making is like, well, depends on what kind of job you do, of course. But it's a lot of also like trust. If they know that you are capable of doing the job, then they let you free and just do your thing, and then
So
it's all
you
good.
will say that they are not checking, normally the bosses in Holland, they are not checking for automatats, no? They are
No,
like
no, no.
letting, like they contract people so that they can develop better their stuff, no? This is
No,
what you mean?
I think I really think they in Holland they contract people because the people are good at what they are doing.
Okay.
So
They
you
trust
don't
the skills of
contract
the people
somebody
that they
who's a
contract.
slave, let's say it like that.
Okay.
It used to be like that. It's for many years it used to be like that, but it's slowly changing in a better way.
And you live in Germany, right? How is it there?
I
The
guess
difference
here
to,
is a bit the same like in Finland. I guess it's um well, in the work I don't know, but here is still the boss, and status says everything here. And like for example, if I have a higher document than you, then you have to do what I say. But even though that you have way more experience than I have, and I have no experience whatsoever, doesn't matter. And well,
for the title, no?
I always say Germans want to be so perfect that they are the most chaotic people in the world, and they are totally not perfect anymore. So
Because of they want to be like anal, no, about things. You mean?
yeah, they used to be like, in the past, German was perfection. It
Yeah, the
really was.
machines and everything, the genes and well, they are
Yeah,
famous,
but
no?
now
For this.
they're just complicated. They also have the Finnish way, like what you said earlier, like meeting over meeting over meeting over meeting,
And no solving.
and then if the meetings are done and they finally have a plan, they are like, oh, everything has to go ready yesterday. Whoa, chaos, and it doesn't function totally. And it's like if you go to Holland. Well, in Holland, they always say, come, we first drink a cup of coffee, we have a chat, who does what, and everything. So everybody has a plan, and then we go at work, and everything is relaxed, and they are way more faster than the Germans or whatever. So, yeah, I think that's why there's more, you have more responsibility. But on the other side, you have also more trust, and it's way
The
more
freedom.
easy going.
Okay.
So I don't know, how is it in Spain?
Hey, basically,
Yes.
can I say
Yes.
something? I was just thinking that it's been like revealed that okay, Mark is in Germany and the Spanish person is in
Finland.
yes. That's the funny thing. Now, if you look at it, there's the Una Española, who is in Finland. We have the Dutch guy, who is in Germany. And we have the Suomipoika, who is in Suomi, in Finland. That just occurred to me right now. We have 3 people. I am the one who lives in the same fucking place. You have actually moved to another location.
We are the explorers. Yes.
Yeah. So that I think that tells many things.
Yeah.
Probably, in a sense.
Yeah.
Just the notification. I think that's actually a pretty profound.
We are the invaders.
Yeah. Well, in
The
some manner,
invaders.
we could
Yes.
have another talk about that because we didn't have except in Spain.
Yes, but
Guatemala, we have like, I don't know, 10,000 Finnish people living in some area.
But maybe
Yes.
Finland is the best
Very
place
nice.
to live. So you're still living there. You have no need to leave.
But nobody actually wants to leave. Actually, it's also said that, hey, by the way, did you know?
I miss
sorry.
Spain.
Hey.
I miss
Okay,
Spain.
now, sorry.
I will
have
be
to
back
say
in Spain soon.
Now, cállate, por favor. This is important.
Dime.
Finland is, the Finns are the most happy people in the world. It's officially said in some news
But
things.
this is another subject. This is
No.
This is something that we need
We
to
are
discuss
3 streams.
That was
Uh-huh.
actually several years in a row. We are the most happy people in the fucking world.
But you don't believe
Deal
it
with
yourself.
Deal with
You are
that.
you are great in manipulating the statistics. This is the only thing that you can do because I am amazed about this kind of a statement.
That's not done by the Finnish
Come on.
people. That's not done by the Finnish people. The study.
This is
But
the
we have
country
to
with
take
more
statistics
task of
close.
suicides from
We
square meter.
have a statistic about how many Finnish people have died of poisonous spider bites in the last 5 years. I think it was like 3. We have statistics absolutely about everything. But that's kind of scary. Okay, but enough with that. Sorry.
Yeah, but that shows that reveals exactly this, no? That many times it's like the manipulation. That comes like it unites again all the conversations that we have had till now.
Exactly, by the way, you are right. You are correct. Exactly. Because also when you say, do we take decisions fast? No, we gotta look at the fucking statistics first because we can make most of them probably in the
but the
fucking
problem with the problem with the statistics, and this is the point that I want to make, that we were talking also about in these days we have been talking about communication, about traveling, about how the different cultures like to do whatever thing, about like everything and nothing, about the Christmas, how we spend the things, how we do the stuff, no, in our countries. And then in here it says this, no, we were talking about like how the information, no, to have the information and to communicate it, like it can impact and influence to other people, you know. So if I take the variables from what I want, you know, and put it in the statistics, and I am not contemplating another variables, then you get monsters like Finland is the happiest country in the world, you know, and it's not, because you only have to go to the street and see, vamos, I don't know. You go to Spain, I mean, like you go to Spain or whatever southern country, and you even go to India. You know, I am not telling, you know, like that you choose another country in Europe, you know, but you notice when people is like living or surviving, you know, and that's the thing. I mean, like people live here because they have the basics covered, but I don't see them as the happiest people in the world. Sorry for all the Finnish people, forgive me my statement.
Sorry,
now we have a
this
problem.
is what I see with my eyes. I have to say it. And it's a critic, but it's also a growth part.
Here, everything. We are happy. I will tell you, funny thing is that, well, when Finnish people hear the news, everybody's like, you know, yes.
Yeah, I know. But this is like amazing, not that it can be even published, because, well, it can be published, you know, but it's like propaganda that is like, come on, colega, o sea, in my fucking face.
It's all a lie, you know.
It's all a lie.
Is that it has to be world championship of everything. You know, there's carrying your wife world championship, join the fucking cell phone world championship. Everybody has to be. We are the happiest people not in the Europe, but in the whole world. Everything has to be like a competition of world
like a
championship.
competition.
Of one
Yes.
football, for fuck's sake, dude. Really, this is what we have been doing. But okay,
But
enough for that.
But
yeah,
I love, I mean, like, there is also like people really sweet and really nice in Finland, of course, and they are really happy as well.
Okay.
So it's good, but I have to say it's not the majority that the people that I know. Maybe I have been living in a wrong spot. I don't know. And maybe in another area, if I will go to live there, they are all happy, joy, and say hello, and hug you a lot because they feel so good. But that's not the case.
Well, the thing is, in the end, the thing is, it doesn't matter. Your personality belongs at a spot on this planet somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, and like the same with work, your personality belongs to some work or whatever. You know, so if you live at the wrong position, you cannot be happy whatever you do. You know, you can live in the biggest house you have or whatever. It doesn't even matter. You can drive a Lamborghini. It doesn't matter. You know, it is.
Yeah.
If you live on the right spot, you're happy. You know, and you don't know that. You have to go. You know, you have to experience. You have to travel. You have to, if you want to. You know, or you have to move. You know, from one town to the next town. You don't have to move outside of a country or something, but you have to do to find your place. And if you find your place, then you can find happiness. Yeah, and it doesn't really matter which culture you are, I guess.
I think the point is exactly comes down to the fact that, well, like Mario Lanza wrote a book that basically consciousness creates universe. The universe didn't create consciousness. So basically, in that sense, you create your own reality, because if you think about it, if you think that I am happy, I am in the right place, you probably, after a while, you are. Because this
but
is
the
how
universe did create consciousness.
Huh?
Else we didn't. But the universe created, how do you say that word? Conscience. I cannot speak that word. I don't know why.
No, but this is exactly the point. What was interesting book I read. I have never basically done this. I read that the guy is saying, like, you know, that I'm starting to think that there is this kind of situation that actually the consciousness creates everything and the universe. That the universe.
What was the name of the book?
Mario Lanza. I don't remember, but if you put Mario Lanza, Lanza, I think it's Mario Lanza, some doctor. He was talking about many things that I didn't understand. Two bloody things, fucking shit. Sorry, the language. I need to clear my language a little bit. It's a bit vulgar. Sorry, I try better. So there's too much of the F word, you know. Like I don't know. I get excited.
Mario Lanza.
He was Mario Lanza. I think was Lanza. Lanza.
What is the? What could it be the book?
Now I don't. But I think he has written one book. Best of my understanding, it was this.
Is a biography?
No, it's about this, that he basically talks about that consciousness creates universe and not the other way around. I actually have it on my bookshelf, the book, but like an analog copy.
Cosmic? No.
But if that is so, then your conscience makes everything. So my conscience makes you.
Yeah, well, that was kind of interesting stuff, because in the end, yeah, I cannot answer that really well probably for this, but that's the stuff that I create everything, and then others create, and that's like, if nobody's looking at the moon doesn't. He puts there like the quantum physics and everything. Like if you don't witness something that is different then and doesn't basically exist if nobody's exists, it's a bit difficult. I cannot. But the main idea what he had was anyway that basically, in some manner, the consciousness is the one that came up with the universe. And if you think about nowadays, the science thinks that the universe is fucking stupid. Again, the F word. Sorry. Then we basically would say that nothing intelligent can come out of a stupid thing. And also, but
your body.
The book, I cannot explain it well, probably. But it was.
I cannot find it, but for the next day we can put it.
Yeah, I will try to find it later, I guess. So
We have a lot of deep topics to go about in the next 20 years of live streaming.
Yeah.
No, but the point is like I also wanted to make the point that if like responsibility that we have been talking about and stuff like that, and all coming back to the subject, and although they give you space and stuff like that in the job for to make your own thing, what about like the responsibility in the workplace, about, for example, negligence or accidents or things like that? How is it in Holland? How do you work with the authorities with this in the workplace, like for actually like that they take care of your protection and growth in the company? Actually, how do you see that?
Depends on the company you work in. I think if you work in a good company, they will take care of your growth because it's good for the company, that
but
way.
They evaluate the risk, for example, about your make like a plan risk evaluation about, like, for example, like your physical environment, for example, fire or something that can happen in the workplace, or for example, like the contact that you have with the people in your work, like it's the hierarchy. If there is a problem, how do you solve it, and so on?
Well, that's I guess that's the thing with this modern world. It's all politicians and lies and stuff like that, because like if you work in a technical area, you have like a safety card, for safety work. You have to have it yourself. Really nice idea. The idea is really good. Only the reality doesn't function, because companies, it used to not function. It's slowly changing. But companies say to you, you have to do something and it's dangerous. And if you say no because it's dangerous, you lose your job. So you have to do it, And then if you do it and an accident happens, then the company will say, yeah, you have safety cards. It's not our responsibility. And then you are responsible. And then you don't get any money because you cannot work because you broke your leg or something. So it's assurance who created that thing, and that's a business thing, and that's a politics thing. So that's the lies I'm telling you. That are the lies in this world. So yeah, I cannot give you an answer on that.
But do they follow the protocols that there is like there is like directives in Europe, like for example about like safety in the workplace, like stuff like that?
There are no protocols. It's all lies.
But in Europe there is the directive.
No, it's all lies.
Does Poland follow this directive?
They just follow what's best for their own interest.
Okay, so the protection of the workers
let's say I once heard that a guy on a shipbuilding factory, a guy fell off a ship 20 meters down on a concrete floor. The guy broke all his bones. They put the guy on a pallet, and with a forklift, they drove him off the company area and put him there, and then they called the ambulance. So now there's not coming any job inspection to control if they are working safe. So it didn't happen there.
Oh dear.
So
that's kind of serious.
I heard so many such things. I even heard that company said to the guys when something happened, hey, you have a new television, or you get extra money or something like that if you say you did it yourself. And then the company doesn't get inspection, so no problem. And inspection gets paid and stuff. There are no protocols. No. The only protocol is if you work at a good...
It's business then, only.
Yeah, everything is business. Human is business. It doesn't matter if you live or die
Yeah, but
or
okay, they
whatever.
don't, they don't, but it's funny, no, that they make it in the name of the workers. So what is going on in Europe with this suited then?
It's because we are the product of the rich people. So the product is nothing worth for them as long as the product makes business. It's all good.
So then
And then
in
if one
slavery,
people die or 10 people die, who cares?
I
You
don't know.
just
so in
nothing.
slavery, it only got more sophisticated then.
Yeah, I always say it's like cows in a field, you know. We think we are free, but we are behind barbed wire. And if somebody of us die, they just put us away and buy a new one. Fuck it, you know.
I think I wonder. I let's say that somebody takes with the truck lift.
Interesting.
I haven't heard quite same things here. I think in here these things are many things are in paper, but I think like you see accidents and stuff. I have read about it. I don't know how much they hide it. I don't have that. I have some personal experience about certain things that it's really like things are on paper and people don't know. There is laws in Europe. There's Finnish laws. There's regulations and people don't know shit. But that sounded really brutal. It's like a gangster style thing from America or somewhere, you know, that you take the truck lift thing and put a person outside the premises when it's totally really hurt. So I don't think there's so much people dying in here for this, but I think there's probably a lot of neglecting of the regulations and I think that shows also in this that what I see is that, for example, in Finnish people, that many elderly people, on my view, maybe I don't have enough info, but looks like people are really broken when they are old. That you work and then you are like, maybe the conditions are not exactly the best ones, so you don't do what is actually, then the people don't maybe care to follow the certain safety things because it's more complex or it's more not so convenient or something. But for me, it feels like when Finnish people are in pension, and maybe I'm confusing the ages, but I think there's a lot of people who walk like the leg is fucked, the pelvis is fucked, the hand is fucked, the back is fucked, more probably the back is one of, and for example, when I see Spanish people, I think they're in a better shape. That could lead to also from this that, well, people drink here more different manner. But it's not also that all Finnish people are drunks and this is why everybody is fucked.
No.
But I think that, like in here, I think with the work culture thing is like, it's sort of like, I think that sounded, they have the unions and I think it's like, you cannot get rid of people really easy even, I think. Of course, then there's like really witch hunts that you just like, you get rid of someone and you can get, and then you can tell like, okay, you don't like it, go sue us then. You know, something like this. But that sounded really brutal. So I would like to think it's not so brutal here. I think it's just different manner how it's done. I think everything is done a bit more like they don't take you with the truck. I think that wouldn't happen. But maybe there's like that. Well, you just yeah.
Years ago in Spain, it was like we have not basically like people was like I told you like, well, but it's like a lot of years ago, like 25 years ago or something like that. Like people just went to make their job, you know, like without security and stuff like that, and so on, because we are like these kind of people. Let's do the stuff. You don't put the gloves. Let's go and do. You know, we are more like this. And of course, you know, accidents happen in the workplace and everything. And they were like, they changed the stuff. And they're quite good, I think, in Spain has been because, like, my family that I used to have business, and me myself, I had business there also. I can tell you that it was the rules there got quite hardcore, quite for the people that had companies. So we have to make like a risk assessment plan that you have to evaluate all the risks that are possible in the workplace. And really, you have to, you know, and then we have work inspections like hell. So if the work inspection catch you without any of the risk assessment plans, they are not going to tell, yeah, well, maybe tomorrow, you know, like they're not going to condonate. They are going to bill you like, vamos, like not tomorrow, you know. And I see that you are more in the north. You are more like, or what you are saying, no, that doesn't work like this in the north.
No, I
There
think
is
it's,
Well,
they are
it's,
not.
it's
I think the problem
It's in the
here is that
paper,
you have different aspects.
but
The problem,
if
no,
they
no.
are not
It
even
works.
going to
It works
check.
both sides. You know, it's you
Mhm.
have to really see. On the one side, the employees, you know, are in like bad situations, and they are always the asshole. You know, let's say it like that. And on the other side, the bosses, the company owners, are also always the assholes. You know, they both are, and then they fight against each other. And that's the whole point, because who creates a situation like that? That are assurances, big businesses, and politicians. And they are
Well,
the
that's a
biggest
problem.
problem.
That's the main. I see that as a problem. You know, if there is like
Yeah.
persons that are in the power and they are in the politics, but they are also having companies, how how then?
Just think of it. If I want to do something, let's say I want to be a doctor, yeah, I have to have like university, high education, papers, and everything before I can be a doctor. But it's way more easy, maybe, you know. But if I want to be minister of health in Holland or something, I don't need any certificates. I don't need university or whatever. I don't need anything.
Mhm.
I can become that if I have a good mouth and I have the good connections and have enough money and are a bit psychopath, you know, because
What
you have
about
to be a
ethics?
psychopath.
What about
But
ethics? Maybe ethics will be really like
yeah, but
the first
no,
commandment for
it's
this
like
kind of.
we had a minister of the army, yeah, and there was a woman, and that woman has never ever been in the army. He doesn't know anything about it, and that's the highest chef of the army. You know, it's like
Yeah, but also, I mean, I see that there also like a problem about like can be like also like then you can go to the other extreme that the decisions are only taken by like technocrats, you know, like in this kind of field that also they see only the, you know, like for example, like I have heard that in some council governments in the north they only think about numbers and to get profit. And for example, I think that in something like healthcare, you cannot think about this.
no,
You should not,
it's
because that
to be honest.
loses the, you know, you lose the, how do you say? You lose the quality. And this is why I think that Spain has like what I have experienced. For me, is like the best health system in what I have experienced in Europe.
Yeah. I don't.
well,
I don't know
WHO
what is health.
was
You know, that's
pretty
also another stream, I guess, because else we are
Yeah,
talking here for many hours.
yeah.
But to come to it, I really think like the politicians are just a show, you know, a puppet show, and what's behind it is making the rules for everybody.
So you think
Yeah,
they
And
are
there's
not
no
they have
difference
not grown?
between Holland
Are
or
you saying
Spain or
that they
whatever.
have not grown into that spot? That they didn't grow and then become this, that they just got it because of some other reasons?
What about Masons? You know, because then we can jump to the Masonry, because there is like also like hidden secret societies which are taking decisions in the back of the civilians, and that this is no,
Yeah,
this is
quite
what you mean, and that they are
conspiracy.
not registered officially in any place.
Maybe that's another
Hey,
thing that we can discuss in another
Yes.
we
way.
have we
But
have discussed
we are really
now
far from the subject
5 more
next
streams.
because we are
Okay.
about the growth, and now
But
we
that's
talk about
also another good
well.
subject.
I kind of enjoy
But
it, but
dangerous, I will say.
I don't know.
So
Have
maybe
we
we
been?
should not go there.
We can go. I just wonder that if we talk about now, I have a car passing, airplane, car. I'm in the
Was it
balcony.
not, Rudolf?
Can somebody let me in? I am finished, but it's cold already. Yeah, well, So, but yeah, I guess this is, well, everything is the growth, everything, all that. Oh, then I wanted to say just fast about the leading. I guess if you lead something, you don't have to know. If you have certain basic idea and you can find the people who know, you can be the boss monkey of the army or something else, I think. But of course, like to think that somebody is going to be your defense minister has no idea about how the army in that well. Of course, you could consider that they would have to, what did they have to be in the army or in the war or how it is, I don't know in the end. But in a way, I guess it's possible to lead things just having like certain fundamental truths that you understand, and then you take people to work for you who know another part.
I want to give you a homework for the next day. Find out. Homework for the next day.
I always had a punishment with homework because I never was so good at homework.
Is it big, the Masonry, in your homeland countries? Find it out.
What?
Is it big Masonry?
Masons. I don't know now.
Big salary.
Something and
Masonry, Masons.
That's probably. I think that's probably the most least secret society there is, because everybody knows that is, and everybody now there is a lot of things that.
Do you have,
what is the
do you have big secret societies in Holland? Yes or not? Find it out.
I think there are really big societies, but I don't know them because they are secret.
Yeah, but there you can try to find information.
Yeah,
okay, I can.
Yes,
yeah.
And then let's contrast this.
Yeah,
I will try to find out in Spain.
Yeah, because we are now doing our longest live stream because he is sitting outside in the cold. Huh?
I think this is in purpose also. This is a corporal punishment bit or something. But basically, the point with the secret societies is like it's not exactly that fucking secret. It's everybody knows about them. So
but it's also a part of growth if you think about it, because these societies are there to keep us supposedly safe, but not. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
So,
we make an end to
it.
it.
To say goodbye.
So, hey, some points. What we have? What the growth? We were talking about growth. Now we are somewhere.
We were talking about a lot of kinds of growth.
Let's say we are talking about everything and nothing. You know.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, but we were talking about growth, taking responsibility, making decisions, so somebody makes it for you. At least this is what I remember saying. Then we went to the reality briefly, to what creates reality. I don't know. We talked a lot of things that have, I don't know, anything to do with growth. I said the growth is about
exactly.
And then what Spain says. Some kind of summary. Let's
I would say in a summary is that growth is everything that is making you expand, conquering the space in the outside and in the inner side, and all the different factors of countries allow your own growth. It doesn't. Let us the comments there. And in your workplace, in your country, not what do you do for your personal growing, what you don't do, comment anything that you want, and we are living. That's it.
Is it do you grow or not to grow? To grow
or not to grow. Maybe we don't have to grow, and we don't need so much. Maybe.
How about Mark? What do you want? Do you want to make some summary or some final words before we go?
Well, of course. Growth is to find happiness in oneself or in life, in general. And for the rest, we have made a lot of new topics. So if there's somebody who's interested in some of the topics,
you can test it.
They can scribe us or something and ask for it or speak about it or mix in the conversation.
Yeah, who knows? We may invite somebody to talk, but hey, make comments, put what you think are the basically. Well, you can put a subject.
And what about you?
What about you?
What about me? I just said in the beginning, I think it's the growth is change, and then to take responsibility of your decisions. That is probably a big deal. I think in this, I like I said, for me, it's change. Growth is change, because usually the trees grow and they become something from the seed. You have a seed, many things. Well, most of the things, I guess, is a seed that becomes something else. So it changes, it grows, right? That's kind of like really, I don't know. It's a bit of a cliche
Well,
to say.
then
But
then
it's
I
super
guess
deep.
at the moment it's a good choice that you go inside and find a little bit warm,
cannot
so that
feel my legs.
you
Hello.
also can have a little bit growth again.
Yeah, I think when my feet, actually, when I at some point feel my toes again, it feels like because if they warm up, they kind of expand, so they grow.
Exactly.
It's actually surprisingly fine, but let's say the toes don't like this. So,
At least something will. I guess that the stuff that is between your legs, no,
I
it
don't
will
feel
grow in there.
Younger.
To the warm, I mean, because now
He's
it's
talking
cold.
about the hands.
Certain parts of human male body goes to very cold places. They don't exactly grow or expand.
No, exactly. This is why you need to grow now.
So, but hey, now I have it. Hey, help us grow. Subscribe to our channel. Donate money immediately to buy me coffee, because I'm fucking freezing. I need the coffee and the money to get warmer shoes, for example. If I have to start streaming all the time outside, for fuck's sake. Okay.
Yeah, at least your neighbor can hear you.
Do something with connections, and we can invest more time. If you give a hug about what we do, buy me coffee. Do it now. Subscribe.
Do it now.
And hey, once upon a time, Muna Española Suomipoika want to thank you for joining. Whoever joined, leave the comments. Don't forget to subscribe our channel, notifications, hit the notification bell to miss out when we stream again. We're probably gonna stream again in the beginning of the week, so stay tuned for the next session. We will put it there later on. And hey, guys, you could have said bye in your own language. Scream bye from your own language.
Of course.
Please.
Adios.
Adios.
So hey,
En goedenavond.
stay tuned. And maestra, wait for it. Hit the music. Bye. Hey, Pap, moikka. Hey, moi moi. I'm still here in the balcony. It's cold. Can I go inside already?